Hello everyone, welcome to your English class. Dear students, today we'll continue with the explanation of Unit 7 Matilda Can Do Magic. Dear students, this is my third video of Matilda Can Do Magic. Now let's begin with the explanation. As we have already done the explanation till para number 33, so today we'll continue with para number 34. I don't know, Matilda said, but I think I might be able to. Miss Honey moved the now empty glass to the middle of the table. Should I put water in it? She asked, smiling a little. Now, in para number 34 and 35, it's being said that Matilda replied that I don't know whether I will be able to do it again or not. But I think I might be able to, she replied to Miss Honey. And Miss Honey, now who was standing in front of her, she put the glass in the middle of the table, and then she um, asked her if she needs to put water in it too, with a little smile on her face. I don't think it matters, Matilda said. Very well then. Go ahead and tip it over. It may take some time. Take all the time you want, Miss Honey said. I'm in no hurry. Now here in para number 36 to para number 39, it's being said that Matilda said, I don't think that water in the glass matters or not, but I think it will take a little bit time to tip it over. Then Miss Honey replied to her that she can take time as much she want and she was not in hurry. Para number 40. Matilda, sitting in the second row, about 10 feet away from Miss Honey, put her elbows on the desk and cupped her face in her hands. And this time she gave the order right in the beginning. Tip, glass, tip, she ordered. But her lips didn't move and she made no sound. She simply shouted the words inside her head. Now, dear students, in this para number 40, it's being told that now Matilda, who was sitting on the second row, about 10 feet away from the glass, she put her elbows on the desk and then she put her face in her hands as if she has cupped her face, and then she gave the order in her inner self to tip the glass over. She simply shouted the words inside her head. She did not make a sound. And now she concentrated the whole of her mind and her brain and her will up into her eyes, and once again, but much more quickly than before, she felt the electricity gathering and the power was beginning to surge. Surge means move forward suddenly and powerfully. And the hotness was coming into the eyeballs, and then the millions of tiny invisible arms with hands on them were shooting out towards the glass, and without making any sound at all, she kept shouting inside her head for the glass to go over. She saw it wobble, then it tilted, then it toppled right over and fell with a tinkle on the table top, 12 inches from Miss Honey's folded arms. Now, dear students, it's being said in this para further that as she was concentrating and she gave the order in her mind to tip over the glass, uh, the power within herself started gathering, and the power started moving in a forward direction with a very powerful way, and there was hotness in her eyeballs and millions of invisible, tiny invisible arms. It's being said here that millions of tiny invisible arms with hands on them started coming out. It is being said here that they were invisible. That means there was nothing like hands, but the power was moving towards the glass because she was shouting within herself to tip over the glass. She saw it wobble, then it tilted. Wobble means move unsteadily from side to side. She saw the glass moving from one side to another, and then it tilted a little, then it toppled over. Toppled over means fell down with a tinkle on the tabletop, means with a sound of tinkle the glass fell over. Miss Honey. Para number 41. Miss Honey's mouth dropped open with her eyes stretched so wide you could see the whites all round. She didn't say a word. She couldn't. The shock of seeing the miracle performed had struck her dumb. Now, in this para number 41, it's being said that when Miss Honey saw this miracle, her she was shocked to see it, and that's why she was not able to say anything. She gaped at her glass, leaning well away from it now as though it may be a dangerous thing. Now it's being said that she was staring with surprise at the glass, and she was leaning from a little with maintaining a little distance from it as if it was a dangerous thing. She was standing away from it. Then slowly she lifted her head and looked at Matilda. She saw the child, white in the face, as white as paper, trembling all over, the eyes glazed, staring straight. Eyes glazed means she had a dreamy, faraway look in her eyes. Staring straight ahead and seeing nothing. The whole face was transfigured. The eyes round and bright, and she was sitting there speechless. Now here it's being said that as Miss Honey had seen the miracle being taking place in front of her eyes, she was shocked to see it. She looked at towards the little child who was Matilda. Her eyes were glazed. Glazed means she had a dreamy, faraway look in her eyes. The whole face was transfigured, means changed. Transfigured means changed in a beautiful way. Her whole face was changed in a beautiful way. The eyes round and bright. Her eyes were round and bright. And she was sitting speechless in her seat. Miss Honey waited, trembling a little herself and watching the child as she slowly stirred. And then suddenly click went her face into a look of almost angelic calm. "I'm all right," she said and smiled. "I'm quite all right, Miss Honey, so don't be alarmed." Now Miss Honey, who was trembling at a little distance, she was watching the child as she slowly stirred, and then suddenly a click went her face into a look of almost angelic calm, and then she said that she was all right and nothing had happened to her. So she also asked that Miss Honey should not get alarmed. Alarmed means not get afraid of something unhappening, something mishappening, sorry. Now let's move on to our next page. "You seemed so far away," Miss Honey whispered, awestruck. Awestruck means filled with feelings of admiration and respect. She said that she seemed so far away from where actually she was. "Oh, I was flying past the stars on silver wings," Matilda said. "It was wonderful." Now, in the para number 43, it's been said that Matilda replied that yes, I was far away. I was flying the stars on the silver wings. And she also said that it was a wonderful experience. Para number 44. Miss Honey was gazing at the child in absolute wonderment, as though she were the creation, the beginning of the world, the first morning. Now, in para number 44, it's being said that Miss Honey was still gazing at the child in absolute wonderment, and she was looking at her that as she was the creation, the beginning of the world, and the first morning. It went much quicker this time, Matilda said quietly. It's not possible, Miss Honey was gasping. I don't believe it. I simply don't believe it. She closed her eyes and kept them closed for quite a while, and then she opened them again. It seemed as though she had gathered herself together. Would you like to come back and have tea at my cottage? She asked. Now, in para number 46, it's being said that Miss Honey was gasping. Gasping means slowly saying in a low voice that I don't believe it, it's not possible, and I simply can't believe it. She closed her eyes for a little while, and then she uh, gathered all her courage and gathered all her calm, and then she said that she talked to Matilda that if she could come to her cottage for tea. Oh, I'd love to, Matilda said. Good. Collect your things and I'll meet you outside in a couple of minutes. Now, in para number 48, it's being said that Miss Honey ordered Matilda to collect her things and wait for her outside, and she'll meet her in few minutes. You won't tell anyone about this thing that I did, will you, Miss Honey? Now, Matilda also ensured that whatever she did and whatever she told Miss Honey, is she going to tell others or not? She ensured that. I wouldn't dream of it, Miss Honey said. Miss Honey said that I will never even dream about telling all this to anyone else. Dear students, this lesson is an extract from Matilda by Roald Dahl. That's all for today. Thank you and have a good day.